All right, let's get into it. Today we are going to go on a truly incredible journey through one of the most amazing and honestly underrated systems in your entire body. It's this hidden world that works nonstop for you, every single day.
I mean, really think about it for a second. You take a bite of food, you chew, you swallow, and then what happens? Well, it turns out a whole hidden factory kicks into gear inside of you. We're going to follow that one bite, step by step, through a process that is nothing short of remarkable.
So here's our game plan for this tour. First, we'll cover the basics. What even is digestion? Then we'll start the journey from the very beginning. After that, we'll meet the real powerhouse of the system, get to know the crucial unseen helpers, and finally, see how the whole process wraps up. Okay, so Section 1, what is digestion? When you really boil it down, it's just the body's super ingenious process for taking the food you eat, that pizza, that salad, and breaking it down into tiny, usable molecules. It's all about turning that food into the fuel that literally keeps you going. And what's so cool is that the body uses this two-pronged attack. On one side, you've got mechanical digestion. That's the physical stuff, the chewing, the crushing, the churning. But at the same time, you've got chemical digestion happening, where these tiny molecular machines called enzymes are chemically taking the food apart. You absolutely need both to get the job done right.
All right, let's get this journey started. We are right at the entrance, following our little bite of food as it takes its first steps down the path, heading straight for the stomach. And here it is, a kind of bird's-eye view of the main highway our food is going to travel. It's a one-way street through these 5 major stops. And trust me, each one has a very specific and very important job to do.
And get this, if you were to take this entire tract and stretch it out, it would be about 8 meters long. That's around 26 feet. We're talking almost the height of a 2-story building, all coiled up perfectly inside you. It's an absolute engineering marvel.
So, first stop, the mouth. And this is where the action starts immediately, with both types of digestion kicking off at the same time. Your teeth, of course, are handling the mechanical grinding, but your saliva is so much more than just water. It's loaded with enzymes that get a head start, beginning to chemically break down carbs and fats right then and there.
Next up, the food gets pushed into the esophagus. Now, this isn't just a passive tube where things slide down. Oh no, it's an active muscular marvel. It uses these coordinated waves of contractions. It's a process called peristalsis, to literally squeeze the food down to the stomach. It's so effective you could even swallow standing on your head. And that muscular tube delivers our food right to the stomach. Now think of the stomach as this muscular J-shaped blender filled with some seriously acidic gastric juices. This intense acidic bath is great for killing off any bad bacteria, but its main job is to provide the perfect environment for an enzyme called pepsin to do its work, which is the heavy-duty job of breaking down proteins. Okay, so after the stomach has done all its prep work, the food, which is now this soupy mixture called chyme, moves into the true star of the show, the small intestine. This place is the absolute powerhouse of absorption. And this is why it's such a powerhouse. See, the genius here is that the inside isn't smooth at all. It's covered in millions of these tiny finger-like folds called villi, and even tinier ones on top of those called microvilli. This incredible design increases the surface area to roughly the size of a tennis court. All that space makes it unbelievably good at absorbing nutrients into your bloodstream. And this little table here really sums it up perfectly. You can see that, yeah, the breakdown of carbs and proteins gets a head start earlier on, but look at that last column. The small intestine is where the main event happens. It's the primary spot where the final, complete digestion of pretty much everything, carbs, proteins, and fats, all takes place.
But here's the thing. The small intestine does not work alone. It has a critical support crew, a set of accessory organs that the food never actually passes through, but without them, digestion just wouldn't happen.
So let's meet this amazing team. It's made up of 3 key players, the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas. Each one is busy producing and sending mission-critical substances into the small intestine to help get the job done. First up, you've got the liver, which is a total multitasker. But for digestion, its star role is producing a substance called bile. Now, bile basically acts like a detergent for fats. It takes big, clumpy fat globules and breaks them down into tiny little droplets so the enzymes can actually attack them. And nestled right next to the liver is its little partner, the gallbladder. You can think of it as a storage tank for all the bile the liver makes. It holds onto it, concentrates it, and then releases a nice, potent dose right when you eat a fatty meal. Perfect timing. And that brings us to the pancreas. This organ is a double-duty powerhouse. First, it's an enzyme factory, churning out powerful enzymes to finish digesting everything. But just as important, it releases bicarbonate, which neutralizes all that strong acid coming from the stomach. It creates the perfect, safe environment for its own enzymes to get to work.
So by this point, pretty much all the good stuff, all the nutrients have been absorbed. So what's left over? Well, we are now entering the final leg of the journey, the large intestine. And here, the focus shifts from absorbing nutrients to processing what remains.
As you can see, the main jobs here are pretty clear. The large intestine is a master of recycling, pulling most of the remaining water and some minerals back into your body. And its other major role? To take all the indigestible stuff that's left and compact it into solid waste. And that, my friends, brings our bites-long and complex journey to its very end. This waste material is stored in the final section, the rectum, until your body is ready to get rid of it, officially wrapping up the entire digestive process. So just take a second to let that sink in. This entire unbelievably complex factory, from the physical grinding and chemical reactions to the nutrient absorption and waste processing, it all works 24/7 without you ever having to think about it. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other amazing, hidden systems are humming along, keeping you going at this very moment?